Continuing on my quest to find the best beginner and mild safety razors brings me to the Merkur 23C. And the last two video reviews was for the King C Gillette and the Merkur 24C. And both these razors fitted into the beginner's safety razor or potential beginner safety razor options and within the mild safety razor category. In the video we'll take a look at the design and the features. This will help you possibly get an idea of if the razor is going to be suitable for you or not. And we'll do a demo shave. I'm also going to be trying out this Alexander Simpson sandalwood shaving cream as well. See if that helps glide my shave smoothly and then give you guys some feedback. Quick intro, my name's Jason. I run the website shavingadvisor.com. I review all sorts of men's grooming products including men's safety razors, and the traditional wet shaving aspects of men's grooming is something that I really enjoy. There's so many razors and creams and soaps and scents, and there's so much to try in the traditional wet shaving world. So the cost is around about 35 to 45 US dollars, and in the UK it's about 35 to 40 quid. So the price varies at different stores, so do shop around. As I see it, that's a fair price and a good price point for a decent quality razor. Yeah, you can find some cheaper, you can find some a lot more expensive, but for the price point for a quality razor, and as a beginner you wouldn't want to spend much more than that if you're just testing out the wet shaving world with safety razors. You can get much cheaper if you like, but if you want something that's a bit heading towards a bit more quality, then you know you get that with the Merkur and that razor in that price range. Let's get a bit of a close-up and take a look at its features and design. And one of the first things to note about 23C is that it's a long handle. The full length is 105 millimeters, which is 4.1 inches. Now I compare the handle length with what I'd call like a standard size razor. I see the difference there. That's a more like R41, and that's what I would call a standard length to the right. So you can see that it's a bit longer. Now a shorter handle like the Merkur 34C, that's much shorter. Now another razor I reviewed recently, the King C Gillette, is quite similar in length, but still not quite as long. It's still a little bit longer, or very close actually. They're very close in length, and that length kind of makes them quite suitable for people that are moving from a cartridge razor, because cartridge razor handles are relatively long. Now, the handle is quite slim as well. This is the thickness of many standard safety razors. We can see that the Merkur 23 is quite slim right here on the left. There's plenty of grip. This is what we call knurled grip on the bottom there. Now that holds well in the hand. No chance of this slipping whilst you're shaving. So it's obviously a DE razor, double-edged razor, so you can shave this side and that side. The blade will sit outside both sides. Now this edge here is what they call a safety bar. On other razors this can be an open comb side, but this is closed comb, and it has these grooves here that help glide the hairs somewhat before the blade hits the hairs or cuts the hairs. Now it's a 3-part razor, so we undo the handle, then we get 2 bits like that, then we pop a blade inside this section here, the top cap. Now for the demo shave I'm going to be using a feather blade. That's quite a sharp blade, but if you're a beginner I'd kind of start with another type of blade like a Derby or Astra blade or any of the other ones. Maybe the only blade not to start with at first is a feather blade. Because it's a 3-part razor we have to make sure this blade is aligned well. Quite difficult for me to see here, but that must be aligned. And we screw back the handle. That's it. How's that blade? Looks good to me. Now, a 3-part razor is not quite as easy as a 2-part razor. Now, this is a 2-part, which is a Merkur 34C. And you'll see we undo that, then that comes apart like that. So that's slightly easier for changing blade. And you pop a blade in there and then we just do that part back up. Unlike the Merkur 23C here, which is a 3-part. Quite a light razor as well, and weighs 60 grams. That's 2.1 ounces, around 2.1 ounces, 60 grams. That's quite light compared to some other razors. Not too light though. The lightness and mildness can make it a good transition razor from a multi-blade razor. Let's head to the bathroom for a shave. So we've got 3 days of growth. This is perfect for me. And the Merkur 23C should be a good razor as well for shaving daily or every 2 days. And it won't necessarily be a great razor for shaving very coarse growth. It'll get there. It'll get there with a decent blade on it. Very suitable for mild shaving on daily shaving every couple of days or so. I like to have my shaves on the 3rd day. It's just such a great feeling after. And the shaving lubricants we've tried today, I'm going to be trying out, is this Alexander Simpson sandalwood. Sandalwood is a very popular scent for shaving creams and soaps. I've also got the Simpson sandalwood pre-shave oil as well, but I'm not going to use that today because I like to try and test out a soap or cream naked, if you like, which just means that I will use it without pre-shave, and afterwards I won't put any balm or anything to see the effect of the soap or the cream after on my skin. I would load up a blade, a feather blade. Let's get that tightened on and make sure the blade is nice and aligned. Yeah, perfect. Let's go with the Simpson cream as well. I've got the Simpson Trafalgar tea-free synthetic shaving brush. Got some cream in the bowl. Let's give it a lavering up. I'd say that was about done. There we go, plenty of lava there. Right, that'll do for lavering. Enough lubrication on my face there. I'm not sure if we're going to do a 2 or 3 pass shave here. We'll see how it goes. But if you're new to wet shaving or get irritation, you might need to do a single pass shave or 2 and maybe not 3. But I'm usually okay with a 3 pass shave, but let's see how it goes. The reason I'm going up here is because I know the direction of growth of my hair, the direction changes, so I need to go up. That would be going with the grain now there. If I went down, it'd be going against the grain. That part is with the grain coming down. It's all about learning the way your hair grows, or the growth pattern of your hair rather. Very easy razor to shave with. One thing I'll notice that because it's a long handle, it's very good for the longer strokes, but then for the tricky areas like there and underneath, around the mouth and underneath the chin area, and maybe the sideburns, I kind of find a shorter handle razor better for that. It's no major biggie or a deal breaker, but you'll find a smaller razor is better in getting around certain areas. Sorry we're showing inside my mouth, this is just the way I shave. Stretching the skin always helps shaving, doesn't it? Right, again upwards there. Move this area, move this skin over to do the Adam's apple. I've got quite a big Adam's apple, not a massive one, but it's definitely there and prominent. Okay, let's rinse and see how we did with the first pass. Okay, it's pretty good. Yeah, I still have some hair there, but it's quite evenly shaved. So if I wanted to and I wanted to prevent having any irritation issues, I could stop there, but I won't. Being me, I'm not going to stop there. We're going to do a second pass, which will be across the grain there and up on the neck here, which isn't quite across the grain because of my hair pattern. It's across and not quite across. Weird thing, I know. Okay, some more lather. Okay, lathered up for the second pass. Okay, across the grain for me. Very easy and smooth, yes. Yeah, you can see that, still cutting hair. Very light. If you're a beginner, just go very light. As they say, let the razor do the work. And just press, especially after the first pass. After the first pass, I'll just like that. Just let the razor glide and take the hairs. That's why I can do longer strokes, because I'm letting the razor do it rather than making any real effort with my hands. Okay, upwards on the neck. Okay, let's get this washed off and see where we're at. Okay, pretty good. I could stop there, but I want to make sure I don't get any irritation. Or I could put some bit of cream on and just clear over any patches that I have. And I might actually just, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a third pass. Or I can do a third pass, and that's what I'm going to do. Not as much lava this time. It's been a good cream actually, yeah. Well, we'll see what it's like after. See if it dries up the skin much. Oh, that was a, oh, I'm going to go up against the grain. Lightly as well. Right, make sure under the nose is cleared. If I can't get it up like that under the nose, then I just move the nose over to one side. Right, next put a bit more lubricant on. And against the grain on the neck would be me going that way, because that's going against the growth then. I have to be very cautious here. I could leave it, prevent irritation, as I said before, or just go very cautious, very light. Right, okay. Very light. Right, feel around for any patches now. Oh, we're about done there. Yeah, very good. Just give it a swill. Pat it dry. I guess one of the big factors between this razor and others is going to be if you prefer this long handle. Now this long handle actually is very good also for women, because you know, shaving long areas like on their legs or anything is perfect for this type of razor. So job done, nice shave. Now I've got some alum block, but no need for that. We've got it all, no nicks, no cuts. Great shave. Job done.